What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Let's talk about the immaturity of not taking care of our health and our fitness really at any time. I was going to say while we can, but really at any time. I was watching a documentary on Netflix about Brian Johnson. If you're not familiar with Brian Johnson, he's been making a lot of news. He is a billionaire who, as of now, his life mission is to really live as long as he possibly can. There's so much going on conversationally about people who are attempting to live forever. If not live forever, they want to push the boundaries of how long a human being can live. And so the thought process is if you could keep yourself as healthy as possible, our scientific advancements are increasing at such a rapid pace that some people really do believe that it's only a matter of time before they're figuring out how to prolong people's lives potentially indefinitely. Now, whether you think that's the case or not, I don't even know if I believe that to be the case or if I would even want that to be the case, frankly. But Brian Johnson has been committed to eating in a way that is extremely healthy, exercising in a way to prolong his longevity, and doing many, many, many things. But while I was watching the documentary, it was a little snippet with his assistant that I thought was pretty interesting. She was talking about how before she was his assistant, she was essentially living very much like your standard American. She wasn't exercising, she wasn't eating healthy, she was predominantly eating a fast food diet. And she said that, in her opinion, when you laugh at yourself, because she made an adjustment, obviously, since working with Brian Johnson, and she was saying, when you're laughing at yourself and your inability or lack of desire to want to work out and exercise and take care of yourself, you're actually just laughing at your future. You're laughing at your future self. When you're saying things like, I don't want to work out. Who does stuff like that? I'm not the type of person who wants to eat healthy. That's for, extremists. That's rabbit food. All these little statements that we say either towards ourselves or towards other people with the purpose of dismissing the endeavors of taking care of yourself is a slap in the face to your future. This is how she put it. And I like the way that she put it, honestly. It's not something that's, you know, inconceivable, obviously. We know this. We know if we don't take care of ourselves now, we're going to pay for it later on. But what it made me think of are the many things that we do when we're younger that just go against common sense when we're older, right? Just remember when we used to laugh at people who didn't want to go out and party on the weekends. They wanted to do their homework instead or do the right thing. And we're laughing like, come on, man, you trying to do homework? We're supposed to be going out. It's the weekend. We're supposed to be doing this and doing that. And then we watch that person progress in their education and, do better and better, where not everybody, right? This isn't an either or thing, but so many people who were committed to different types of lifestyles were slowly going in the other direction. And then you look back 10 years later and you say, you know what? I wish if I had an opportunity to go back, I wish that I was a little more dedicated to my schoolwork. I wish I was a little more dedicated to my studies. We'd have our friends too who, they would say, "Hey, I'm falling in love with this girl," and we're talking about love. What are you talking about? We're supposed to be out here, and just so many little things that when you're immature, right? You laugh at things that are going to help you in the future, that are going to be in your favor in the future. And while we do grow up and we realize, yeah, I wish I studied a little bit more, or yeah, I wish I was practicing love at a younger age as opposed to just wanting to run around with this person and that person. I think it's interesting how we don't necessarily grow out of that even as adults when it comes to our health and fitness, but it runs that same immature thought process where we know when we're older and we have that inability to go out and take a walk, or we don't have that ability to be able to play with our grandchildren, or one of our children asks us to help them move some furniture and we say, no, I'm not able to help you. I'm going to sit on that bench and watch everybody else do the work. When we know that's going to be our future, but we still laugh at the concept of taking care of ourselves, we still laugh at the idea of working out, or we laugh at the idea of eating healthy, or we look funny at that person who's running outside even though it's 90 degrees, that person who's eating healthy even though it's the holidays. It just lets you know that you want to go in the opposite direction. And the sooner you catch it, the sooner you have that ability to make the pivot. I obviously don't think that people who aren't working out are necessarily immature, but if this understanding is going to motivate you, if this understanding is going to help you wake up and either decide to make a change or reinforce the decision that you've already made to keep on going, then we're definitely going to want to utilize it in that type of way. Don't be child minded by disrespecting your own future, by laughing at the very things that we know are going to help us moving forward. So, quick thought on that one. We've seen this pattern so many times. Let's not repeat it with our health and fitness. I'll talk to you next time.